Focused Warrior podcast, bro. The part, it just gets me. The Focused Warrior podcast, dude. I can't wait till we get some swag, bro. I know you're swag master. I can't wait, bro,
Off.
till we see the wicked Focused Warrior t-shirt that's gonna come out whenever it comes out, bro. How you
Fucking
doing, man?
Studmeister himself, got the swag. Yeah, okay. We're pretending over here to try and think we
Hey,
have it.
bro, don't give me that. Look at your shirt. That shirt is fire. That's limitless, baby. You better believe it.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. What's going on, man? What's going on?
Feeling
You're on
good, Aaron.
fire
You know
today.
what, bro? Feeling good, man. You know what? I was on one last week. I'm on one this week. And here's the thing. I'm gonna say this, bro. Has nothing to do with the weather. Last week I was on one. It was fucking cold. This week it's warm. Still feeling it, dude. Even.
Yeah,
Staying even, brother.
man.
How about you, man?
He's high on life. Yeah, it's been a testing week. But you know what? We kind of sit there and we don't get stuck in our misery. We don't get stuck in our victim mentality. We look at it and go, okay, well, how do we get out of this? And how do we make a opportunity out of a situation? And
Mm.
just you find a way. You find a way to. It's a little bit like life will kick you in the nuts, and it'll knock you down, but then you just got to find a way to get back fucking up again. And the as you start to understand yourself a little more, you find a way to pick yourself up quicker than what you normally would do.
Yes.
You kind of remember when we were young in our 20s, something would get us down and we'll be fucking, we'll be a little bitch for days on end, complaining about what didn't work. But then as you get older, you're like, nah, this is life. Life will fucking kick you down. The reality is it'll fucking kick you in the nuts. And what do you got to do? Find a way to get back up and find a way
Yeah.
to get back up quicker. And we do. We do. We just get back on the horse and let's fucking go. But
I
yeah, we've
like
got,
it.
and weather-wise over here, we've got a little cyclone off our coast at the moment. So we're going to have a fun few days coming, high,
Oh
high
shit.
tides and a lot of water. So yeah,
Wow.
bring it on. Learn to swim.
I love it. The word I'll use is resilience, bro. The resilience comes back quicker.
Mm,
And I don't think people realize, man, that, we stay stuck in our own mind because it's a choice. And you know what it sounds like, Aaron? It sounds good, meaning whatever excuse you give yourself, you go say that to somebody. If you're in the wrong circle, they'll entertain it.
yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I know it's 2 degrees outside. Why would you even go out in this shit? Just stay home. Don't worry about it, right? Or at work, I messed up this report, and if you're not being held accountable for it, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Now, bro, I'm not saying don't give yourself grace. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying don't. You and I said this a long time ago. Don't stay there.
Yep.
We just don't stay there. It's okay to acknowledge it, to feel your feels, whatever you want to feel, be mad about it, be frustrated or whatever, but get back up and do that quicker than you did the last time. I think that's what, my definition of resilience would be and what you just said. You know what I mean?
100% agree. And I think also, the big thing that you said is the people that you surround yourself with. And that's what
Mm.
keeps us stuck as well. But you know what? We talked about it, I think, a little bit last week. And over the last couple of weeks, we've had a bit of a conversation that when we know, like, and we all know within us what we truly desire, deserve. So we've all got that inner knowing, every single one of us. It's
Mm.
whether or not you have the courage to actually go down that path or not. And a lot of people don't want to go down that path because it's so different to their current state or their current circle they're in or their current circumstances. And then, therefore, when they look at where they want to be, they look at where they are. And we said that there's that lonely period, when you're going from the two. Um, that's where a lot of people are like, I don't want to be alone. But the thing
Wow.
is that just remember though, you're actually not alone because you're fueling yourself, and we all need to do that. Like we can't rely on other people. And I say this time and time again: no one's here to save you. No one's here to save you. The only person that's here to save you is yourself. And then that's where the resilience and the courage and the strength comes in to do what you know you deeply need to do, which is that inner guide, that inner feeling. And when you hold on to that and when you're strong enough and courageous enough to actually go down that path, you'll be surprised at who comes along the journey with you. The people you're searching, the people that will tell you to keep on going, the people that won't hate on you for changing, The people that would just push you forward. And, I had a little bit of a rant to you a couple of days ago, and you're like, hey, man, and you're all about the empathy. You're all about, hey, man, I hear you. I know. I've been there. I know what it feels like. But you're fucking better than that. You're stronger than that. Let's keep
Yeah.
fucking going. So when you've got people like that in your corner, it's like, okay, I've got two choices here, and we only ever have two choices every single day. I can sit here and be a little bitch, or I can just go, you know what? Find a way. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
I love it, dude. And again, you're right, Aaron. I think that's you've been there for me countless times in my journey as well. And when you have brothers like that or
Mm.
sisters like that, dude, it's just game changing, bro. And it makes you better as a human being to have others, and then you want to then go spread that to even more people, right? But one thing I want to do, I don't want to get off too far here, Aaron. You read a quote to me earlier, bro, right before we joined this. Kick us off with that, dude.
Yeah.
We gotta put that on this podcast, bro.
100%. Yeah. Big shout out to Cam for sending this through, one of our listeners. And he goes, nah, you guys seem to cover what we all need to hear. Ha ha. I guess just on ways to keep the vision when you think you're not getting any closer to it.
Ooh, man.
Dude, how many times have we had these conversations about ourselves and we feel we're just so fucking far away? But in all
Yeah,
reality, it's that meme that is out there that you got this dude, digging for gold or digging for
yeah.
diamonds, and it's just there, you know. But it does feel like we're just so far away because we're and one thing what I tell my clients is that I want you to celebrate the small wins along the way. Again, we've had a podcast on this in our earlier days. We talked about celebrating the small wins.
Yeah.
And we do have small wins every single fucking day. It's a little bit like, you've got what's called a hit list. And, in my program, it's a hit list. It's 5 things that you need to do every single day that's either going to help you moving forward personally in business or in relationships. What are those 5 things? And if you tick every single one of those things off, man, you've won the fucking day.
Mm,
You
just like
know,
that.
just yeah, yeah. So we always sadly, we look at the big things that worry us the most, and for a lot of people, especially in this time and day, is the money. So if we don't see
Mhm.
the money in the bank account, nothing's fucking working. No, well, we again back to another podcast that we talked about, and it's our habits and rituals and routines. What are you doing every single day that's going to help you get to the big goal? And you need to do the little things every single day to help you get to the big goal. So, yeah, that's kind of like where I start that one off.
Love that, man. I really do, Aaron. And I think a lot of that turns into obsession. You have to be obsessed with it.
Mm, mm,
And it's not, the little things are never fun, right? It's just, it must get done. Things must get done in order for you to say, I won the day. And bro, I just think that that turns into a non-negotiable list that you yourself battle with every day. Meaning you're accountable for that,
mm.
right? And that's just it's what it is, Aaron. I reserve. You said this on a pod, I believe, last week or the week before, where you fill your calendar up. This podcast is on my calendar
Yep.
every Saturday.
Yep.
I record, and then I go to my office, which is also on my calendar, and I record content. All obsession things now, Aaron, that I don't have to do. And you know why? I even had this conversation with myself on my way to the office today, where I said, I don't have to do this. And I went, yes, I
Mm.
do. Keep driving. It's crazy, Aaron. Dude, a
Yeah,
lot of us will give ourselves a way out if there's any way.
absolutely.
You don't have a guest, you don't have any reason to be there, but you do. And
Yeah.
that's where the obsession comes in, and you have to battle out those little bitch voices that come in and go, we could just go home. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it is. It's a big deal.
Yep.
So that's where I'm gonna go with that one, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off the word obsession that you used before. And it's really, really interesting. And you hear this so fucking many times. And the one question I ask any new client that comes on board is that do you have support around you? Do you have the support around you that's going to help you achieve your goal? So therefore, and like you said, there is going to be an element of obsession for you to do what you need to do every day to help you achieve your goals. So if you don't have those people around you supporting you, they will come out of the gate, and they'll turn around and say, "You're spending too much time over here. Why are you going to the gym all the time? Why are you eating that way? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" They don't get it. They don't.
I
They're not
get it.
supporting you in your journey. They just don't understand it. So, yeah, there has to be a session, but always remember, there's going to be people around you that will fucking, they will share their own doubt that they have because they don't have anything to chase. So they will
Yep.
share that with you. Now, be very mindful, be mindful. So, yeah, you can, and then it turns into you having those conversations in your own head about, fuck, what am I doing? Why am I doing this for? You know, exactly like that conversation you had to yourself on the way to the
Yeah.
office, you know?
Yeah.
So, this is where it's like, no. And you've said it many, many times, it's priority. You know,
Yeah.
you're prioritizing this podcast in your calendar. You're prioritizing the social media in your calendar. And it's like, if you look at not doing these daily things every single day to help you get to financial freedom, the body that you want, having the relationship that you want, then obviously you don't see it as enough of a priority,
There you go.
you know?
There you go.
So I look at it and you know, even me saying that and hearing me say that, I'm like, holy fuck. All right, what have I not done this week that I know I should have done? And I'm like, she'll be
Ooh.
right. You know,
Ooh.
this is and these are the three questions I ask myself, and I should be asking them every single day, but you know, it's not as regular as I'd like. It's like what worked, what didn't work, what needs to change.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you just did that in a podcast, Aaron, probably I think it was 3 or 4 episodes ago where
Yeah.
you said that exact same thing. And I would offer that to anybody, man. It's so good when you give yourself accountability, when you give yourself discipline. It's at a level that I myself did not even think really existed within me. And when I started doing it, the
Dude.
constant battle was there, man.
Ah,
It's still, it tries to get there, but I'm so obsessed with it now. It's a non-negotiable for me. And so it's just, I can't even say those words. It'll be okay if I
mhm.
don't, because right away my mind snaps into, but wait a minute, we said we were going to do this. So, bro, I know that it's first and foremost within me before I can go have a conversation with somebody else and ask them these same questions and be convicted about it, right?
Mm,
Not
mm.
just, oh, I know you missed 3 days last week. It's okay. No, it's not okay. And here's why, right? You're not taking accountability for your actions. And that's what it comes down to, bro. And I'll never attack with a, with an ill heart, right? No
Mm.
different than you and I having our chat that we had earlier this week when you were frustrated and you were not feeling at your best, right? I'll come at you with empathy for sure. But I'll also remind you of the badassery that you actually are in the human being that you are,
Appreciate it,
right?
brother.
It's not a I'm gonna beat you up. It's a hey, I'll come at you and be like, hey man, I understand, but you're a badass. This is not you. Can you get back to that level for me,
Mm.
please? Right?
You
That's where I
did,
go
yeah,
with it, brother.
literally, and I think that that was a cool thing that a lot of people need to hear and remind themselves that you are a fucking badass, you know. And there's two words that came to me when you were having that when you were just said what you did about you, the whole leveling up. You manned up, literally.
Manned up.
You manned the fuck up, and I think that's where a lot of men need to do. And you stepping into that leadership role, and you just have a look at what men that are in a leadership role do, and it's not about having power over people.
No,
It's not about that at
no,
all. You know,
no.
it's about you manning up, and the thing with manning up is that you start with yourself. And
Yes. Power
how
up over
many
yourself. Yes.
100%, and how many conversations have we had being a man? If you feel good, sorry, if you look good, you're going to feel good. And when you feel good, you're going to do more good things. And when you do more
Mm.
good things, you're going to spread that around the people around you, and you're going to want them to become better. So this is where go to the fucking gym. You know, you got a skincare routine. Look after yourself healthily. Nourish your brain, nourish your and eat nourishing food. You do all of those things, you'll start to feel better. When you start to feel better, your mindset changes. And when your mindset changes, and it's all about positivity and it's all about, what the possibilities are of what you can create, just fucking go. Just go, you know, jump in. Just fucking take that leap of faith because we are both a testament of that when you let that shit go. And dude, it's an everyday thing that we've got to still keep letting go. But
100%.
once you let go and you do the things that are uncomfortable and you do the things that you know you need to, that you're no longer chasing something. It's all about the journey. It's no longer about whatever that end goal is. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Because we start these
Dude.
things for a vision. We start these things for a thing, but then all of a sudden, once we start getting into the details and the small things that we need to do, it's the journey, and it's so fucking awesome. And the reward comes along the way, and it comes in so many forms with the people that you meet, the money that you can make, but just who you are as a person, I think is incredible. And I'm going to add one last little bit is that when you man up, your kids see that, and when your kids
Oh,
see that. And when your kids see that, then you know that they have a better chance of making it in this world.
fellas, listen up, man. That's so true. You realize that your sons and daughters are paying close attention to
Hmm.
every little detail, how you're
Everything.
treating their mother, how you're treating family, how you're treating friends, how you talk on the phone, what do you do? Are you present in those moments? They're watching everything, man. And I
Yep.
think, Aaron, to your point, I think it's action over words. It's the bottom line, man. I will always tell you that for me personally, it's always been about being the best version of myself
Yeah.
for my kids, right? Whether they agree or disagree, they're my kids are adults and whatnot. But the truth of the matter is that I will always come from the place of did I bring my very best into this world
Mm.
every morning when my feet hit the floor? I will be the very best version of me, even if that means I'm having a rough day. You absolutely will get the best of me, right? And so,
Yeah.
but bro, I love that you said that, man. I love that you did that because the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, we have to be obsessed with whatever it is. And in our case here with this podcast, bro, what I love about the reward that we've gotten from this podcast is for almost 2 years now, you and I have sat here
Yep.
and talked and talked more. Mindset, positivity. What do we do when we struggle? We have struggled on this podcast. We've both cried on this podcast. We've laughed. Dude, how is that not a reward in itself,
I
Aaron?
agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think everybody needs a podcast, bro. Straight up. If you can get it out of here and onto the microphone and into the world, just be transparent, bro. And I'll be honest with you. When we started this thing, I wasn't transparent. I was scared out of my mind. But as it went on and as I evolved, it took all of this for us to do what we do every day, bro. And I just dig it because everybody thinks of it as a monetary thing. I should be getting paid. The payment sometimes is right there.
Yep.
Just open your freaking eyes and be present and stop worrying about what you think should happen and what could have happened and all these other things, right?
I agree. And if you've had one person that can listen to the conversation, and you say it the best, that every single one of us has a story. Yeah, and when we all have a story, the world needs to hear that story. And if one person can listen to your story and all of a sudden realize how much power they have and how much worthiness
Yes.
they have, bro, it's been all worthwhile.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, like you say, bro, it's been super rewarding. I'm so grateful for it.
Same,
And like
brother.
you say, man, it's just been next level. It's been game changing. So I would just strongly recommend to those out there, just make sure you have a strong circle. And more importantly, make sure that this is actually being taken care of on a day-to-day basis. For those that are not watching on video, I'm pointing to my brain. Just make sure that your mind is right or do what you have to make sure that you are taking care of yourself first and foremost, and then go give the best version of yourself out into this world.
Amen. And as they say here in Australia, don't be a cunt. And this is not for under 18s. I had to put it in there. It's been for the last few minutes with you been talking, I'm like, fuck, that quote would go in really nicely. But yeah, pretty simple, guys. Don't be a cunt.
Yeah, I
All
love
right.
it. Put it on a shirt.
Bro, man, I love this one, guys. I'm pretty sure that you got some, a little bit of laughter out of it. But, if there's one takeaway that you got from this, go. if even if it's just one, like start with that, and
Start with
don't
it.
give yourself permission to fucking quit. So thank you so
Yes.
much. I appreciate everyone for listening. I appreciate the support. As if you don't know that we're on YouTube as well, and it's going pretty nicely over there. We're now on TikTok as well. Um,
Yes.
the Focus Warrior on TikTok. So hey, share the love, and let us know how much you're loving. Show us the love. So
Absolutely.
thank
Until
you,
next
Stud.
week, everybody. Thank you so much, my bro. Good
Appreciate it,
one,
bro.
man.
Take
Appreciate
care.
it. Take care.